Let's bring in Kristi Gordon to find out how much patio time we'll be having over the next few days. And I feel like maybe not Thursday, Kristi.
Not Thursday, and actually not even as we head into our Easter long weekend, unfortunately. Sophie, you well know that it's been cool over the last little while. It's been great for the local mountains. They've had snowfall. We are going to see a warm up, but it comes with rainfall. So by Wednesday night and then into Thursday, we are going to see a series of systems, and it looks like that trend will hold right through until Wednesday potentially. As I mentioned, we are going to see a warm up at least with it. Average for this time of year is 12 at the airport, so we'll climb back up to near average temperatures. But it's not until late next week potentially that will come out of this wet weather pattern. All right, so for tomorrow, still another dry day. Increasing cloud cover expected. You can see the system moving on to the west coast of Vancouver Island. This is by 3 p.m. tomorrow, so mostly dry across the region, but Wednesday night and certainly into Thursday, wet and windy conditions as the front pushes across coastal regions. So in the meantime, here's your forecast for your Wednesday. So certainly wet along the north coast region, but most inland regions will see sunshine for one more day. Mainly cloudy across the south coast with rain developing across the west coast of Vancouver Island. Now for our region, we'll likely start to see it overnight Wednesday, and then certainly with Thursday is looking wet. Staying cool for the next 2 days, as you can see below seasonal. We'll warm up to seasonal values as we head into our Easter weekend. But yes, indoor activities for Easter weekend, maybe some indoor Easter egg hunts. So back to you.
As long as it's chocolate. Thanks, Kristi.
Disagree.
Now we just need the right weather, as you mentioned, to get out on those patios, Kristi. And I'm not putting the pressure directly on you, but kind of.
I know, and Chris is sort of real, if we ever get there, no pressure at all. I'd have to say I've been enjoying the warmth and sunshine we've had over the last little while. People have been thanking me, and they won't be over the next little while. We've got a big change. So I wanted to quickly mention, we have been below seasonal for the last couple of days, despite the fact that we have had some sunshine. So 9 degrees at the airport in Vancouver. Typical for this time of year is 12. Now we are going to warm up for Chris, but the problem is it comes with rainfall. So here's a quick look. We've got a series of systems that are on deck off in the Pacific. So it is really going to be relentless. Now tomorrow's going to be dry, but it's just the start of things. This is what we have in store for us. So one thing after another. Yes, you'll see some breaks in betweens and not complete rain this entire time, but we certainly have a wet pattern in store for us. But it brings in milder conditions, so we'll be climbing back to near seasonal values with highs reaching about 12 degrees. In the meantime, tomorrow, sunshine for those of you in the interior for one more day. We're going to see mainly cloudy skies across our region. This is by 3 p.m. tomorrow. Just starting to see some moisture on the west coast of Vancouver Island. For Metro Vancouver, it's tomorrow night that we're going to see that push on shore. And yes, it will be wet throughout our day on Thursday. So here's your Wednesday. Wet across the north coast region, but sunshine for the interior from the central interior right down through the southern interior. West coast of Vancouver Island, you'll start to see rain by the afternoon hours, and we are expecting increasing cloud through the morning hours. Cold tomorrow morning. We're dropping down to 0 degrees, and we'll likely see highs of only 8 degrees for our western sections, 9 degrees on Thursday, with that cold rain pushing in. Showers, and yeah, you can see it's going to be wet throughout our long weekend. Unfortunately, some indoor Easter egg hunts are going to be needed. Tonight's Central Windows weather window coming to you from the Columbia wetlands just outside of Golden. Wally sharing this with us. So this is a herd of elk. Thank you so much, Wally. Great shot there.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kristi.
Very cool. Well, if you won the lottery,